Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. In this new video I'm going to refit a new camera module, reverse camera module to this BMW, to my BMW 3 Series F30 2012 model. In a previous video, you can click on the link. I'll leave a link in the comments. I fitted a camera module to this car, a reverse camera module. So this car was only equipped in a parking sensor package, but not with a reverse camera. So what I did is I fitted that reverse camera module, but for some reason the dynamic parking lines, I'll show you in a minute, were not working. So I got in touch with the seller. The seller on eBay resent a new module, and even I tried with different modules and it was not working. So this time I received a new package. So this one should have an updated module that should work with manual cars. So the previous module was only working with automatic cars. So I'm going to refit this one and try it and see if it works. So you see, if I move into reverse, so you see I have the camera here, but as you can see, the dynamic parking lines, those lines should guide you when you turn your wheel left and right. So you see here, sometimes they do appear, sometimes they don't, and even when they do appear, they appear for a few seconds and then they disappear once I start moving the wheel. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to refit the module now and see if that will fix the problem. I'm not going to change the camera, so if you want to see how to fit the reverse camera in the boot lid at the back of the car, and how to do the wiring of that camera all the way here to the dashboard, please click on the link to see the previous video. And I also did a video about fitting NBT module. So this car came in with the basic head unit, so it didn't have this nice wide view head unit. So it had the basic one with no navigation, and what I did is I also fitted it with the navigation one. As you can see here, full navigation view, all the features, enhanced Bluetooth and so on. So please also have a look at that video. I leave it in the description below. It has the full end-to-end view tutorial of how to do that fit on your car if your car doesn't have the navigation system. So as I said, I received this package now from the seller, so thanks to the seller. I'll leave in the comments below a link to the eBay page for the seller, so you can get in touch and see what other items they do sell. So they sell lots of related items. Even if you want to do the retrofit, they have lots of things you need there. But here in this box you can see this is the camera module, and this is a new camera module. This one has actually entries to both back camera and front camera as well. So what I'm going to do later as well, I'm going to fit a front camera and see how that works in this car. So you can see this is a new module here. The good thing about this new module, it does not require any coding. In my case, I might need to do some recoding because I already installed the previous module and I did all the coding for it. So I might just need to go and delete the previous coding, but for the new one it should just work plug and play. So you see you have the camera module. You also have this is the front camera actually. So if I go ahead and fit this one, I'll also make a video and I'll leave a comment in the description below to it. So this one go on the front of the car, and then you can see here some cabling. So this is this goes connects to this front camera and then connects to the module. You can see these are also some adapters, and this cable for the screen, for the monitor, between the module and the monitor. And finally this one, the Quadlock, in order to avoid any rewiring or any cutting to the wires you have in the car. So you have this nice new quad lock you can use. I might also need, because I did this retrofit to the whole NBT navigation unit, and I also did the retrofit to the previous camera. I did retrofit to this touch control system, so I have a cable already going between this one and the dashboard behind this one, so I might need to do some rewiring here. So we'll see how it goes in this video. Okay, so for the next bit I'll do it quickly here because it's shown in details in the previous two videos. Please have a look at those videos. So what you'll need to do is remove basically this bit, and you'll need a trimming tool like this one. So just insert it gently here and then push, you see here, and you need to do that all the way. I'll not show this in details because it's shown in details in the previous videos. If you are interested, go have a look at it. But you'll see it is coming out as you insert this tool here a little bit. It starts to go off, and all you need is to pull it and pay special attention at the end because it is fragile there. It is very delicate. So once this bit is removed, you can pull it out. And I recommend that you put something to cover your main console here, because what I did in the previous video, I started pulling things and putting it here, and it will leave some scratches, so be careful about that. So you need to pull this. So you see here you have two wires, this one and this one. You need to unplug and then remove this. Okay, so once these are removed, you can go ahead, remove this bit to the back, and then start by removing those, unscrewing those T20 screws here. So you need a T20 screwdriver, these two screws, and then you have this bit here which comes out easily, like either pull it or use the trimming tool, then remove it like this, and you see another two screws at the bottom here. Go ahead and do the second one similarly. Yeah, and then the two at the bottom. That's it. And then you have here, let's remove these screws out of the way here. So then you can pull this unit out, and as you can see there is one cable connecting it here, so you can just unplug it and then move into the next one where you have again this unit here. You have those two screws. You should have another two here. This is if you have the full NBT, which I fitted in the previous video. You might have the only head unit, which will come in a smaller size, smaller form factor, like only two screws on this side. Okay, so once you are done with these, you can remove this unit here. This is where you will find the connection. So if it is natively fit to your car, you will find here a quad lock that you can unplug. This quad lock. If you have fitted the NBT, like you have retrofit NBT, like I do here, you will have similar to this connection, quad lock on this side, and on the other side connected to the original adapter from the car. Okay, so it took me 10 minutes to try to pull this thing out, because this is my old camera module, and I've hidden it inside here, the dashboard, and I also taped it so just to remain in place there. So it took me some time to pull it out, but anyway, this is the old one, which we need now to remove and replace with the new one. So next we need to take the monitor out. So again, 2 T20 screws that we need to remove here at the bottom. And then once these are removed, we can take the camera out just by pulling it upward. So once they are removed, you can just put like this to remove from place. All what we need here is basically this cable connected at the bottom. We need to remove. Okay, so here we have the different plugs here on the back of the camera module. So this one here on this side, this now goes to the back of the screen that we removed here. Okay, so we're gonna route it from the back here all the way up from here and then put it on the back of the screen. The old one, which used to go to the monitor here, will go now to this place here on the camera module. Okay, so this one is now connected, so it goes back in place. I remove it like this until we finish testing. And these, as you can see, this one is now going to the monitor, and this one is going here to the head unit here, to the NBT unit. Okay, so now the other thing we need to connect is obviously the new adapter here, and it is different from the previous one. So I'm going to remove the whole Quadlock, the previous one, and put the new one. So it's just we'll try plug and play first, see how it works, and then we can take it from there and see what other wiring needs to be done, because to accommodate my other changes. One thing is worth mentioning, you can see on the camera module you have those pins here. So the seller should tell you which ones to put on the on state. So I've been told to put number 1, 2, 4 and 5 on the on state. So the others I'm going to put on the off state. Okay, so it turned out that actually it is only pin 4 and 5 in this case. I don't know what pin 1 and 2, I might need them for when I fit the front view camera. But for now, only pin 4 and 5 should be up on the on state. All other pins should be on the bottom, on the off state. So, moment of truth. What I've done now, I have rewired here this harness. So as you can see now, the harness has some wiring going, so the ground is basically, I've cut here the ground and I've branched out one port toward the touch controller. This Y cable I have, you can see in the NBT fitter, NBT retrofit. This is one cable. The power same to go also to the touch controller, and they both also go to the NBT emulator. So I have this NBT emulator to activate the navigation function, and they will both need to go to the power of this one, so which is basically this unit here. I've also got the K-can high and K-can low, so pin I think number 9 and 11 on the harness to also go to this, because this will need K-can high, K-can low. So they basically they go here and then they come back again to the car, to the unit. And same thing for the touch controller, because it also needs K-can high and K-can low. So now I'm gonna connect everything and see if it works. If it works, then I'll put everything in place and I'll tape it properly. So first, this unit here. Second is this unit here. I'm gonna need this one for the monitor, and this one for the video. Okay, and of course now the harness, one side goes into the connector from the car side, so this one, and the other side on the NBT unit. Then we'll see how it goes. Now let's put the ignition on, so everything is connected now. Everything is taped temporarily just to avoid any short circuit. And let's see.
And some might say it's a couple of others, but let's not bother. It's very easy with the route down in front of me as well, I can tell you. However, you are going to receive a Bluetooth speaker. It's quite an attractive thing, actually. Wait till you see it.
Some warning which is not related to this. It is just for the beam left, dip beam left light. So I need to replace the bulb. Let's go and see now if the touch controller works. The touch controller, yeah, it works. You can see here. Let me put the car in reverse. Okay, so this one works, and you can see dynamic lines are there. They work just fine. I'm gonna put it in reverse to see. Let me go in reverse a little bit. Just make sure the sensors will work. Yeah, so that works fine. The only thing that does not seem to work is actually the navigation. So you can see it is saying starting navigation system and it's not working, and when I put navigation button here it's not working. Okay, now it works. Navigation now works. Okay, that's great. So I think that concludes the setup. So everything seems to be working. Only thing I need to do now is I don't know why it took some time to load the navigation. Only thing I'll do now is to put everything back in place, make sure everything is taped properly, and we'll come back to you later. So okay, now as you can see, everything is back in place. Actually, once you see everything is out, you think that this will never come back together. But it looks as it was before, and now let's do one final test and make sure everything works as normal. So I leave comments, and I leave in the comment section or in the description below. So let's see. Yeah, navigation still works. I leave a link to the seller on eBay who has this provided this camera module, and they are actually very good. So I ask a few questions and they come back very quickly with an answer. So as you can see, dynamic lines work okay, sensors work okay, and everything works fine. So I will do another video for the front view camera fitting. I'll do that in the next couple of weeks maybe. So please subscribe if you are interested to see that one. I also have, as I mentioned during the video, I have a number of other videos about fitting the NBT unit, fitting the rear view camera on the back of the car, and routing the cable, and all these information are shown on that video. So please have a look as well if you are interested. I might also do a couple of more videos about changing headlights bulbs. You know, the main bulb light is in a tricky position here, so it's not very straightforward to change it. So I'll do a video about that when I change it, because I have to do that in the next week. And let me know if you are interested to know any other thing. So I think this camera works very well compared to the OEM module. You will spend hundreds of pounds to fit an OEM reverse camera, while this one you can do it much cheaper. And on the bonus side, you don't need coding. So don't worry, I said I have to remove coding because I came from a complex system. I had to do lots of wiring here because also I have other things that I fitted, so you don't necessarily have to do all of that. It could just be plug and play. In your case, depends on what you need. Let me know if you have any question, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video.